Hello, welcome back to our channel and welcome for another lecture in the subject matter Criminology Matters. So for today's lecture, we will be discussing about the concept of lie and also the kinds of lie and the different types of liar. As a criminology student, it is very much important for you to be able to identify and to have knowledge, a wide variety of knowledge with regards to lying. As we all know, criminal investigation is a part of the criminology profession. So, the main important skill or one of the important skill that a criminology student must develop is understanding human behavior. And as we all know, lying is considered as a human behavior. Okay, so without further ado, let's proceed to our discussion. So first is, let us define what is a lie. Lie pertains to any statement that is untruthful or falsehood that is uttered for the purpose of deceiving someone or giving a false impression. So it will bring us to the question, why do people tell a lie? So there are different reasons why people tell a lie. And of course, the main reason for this is, if you are aware with regards to the utilitarianism, the philosophical principle proposed by Jeremy Bentham, wherein he claims that all human actions are guided by their pleasure seeking and pain avoidance principle. So that is also the reason why people tell a lie. They are trying to avoid something that will give them pain, and they wanted to seek more pleasure. So that is also the same reason that we have, why do people tell a lie. So many of us make or tells a lie that is for us to avoid punishment if we committed a crime, or we might be telling a lie for us to avoid any sort of embarrassment from the society if we are making up something, and many more. So, telling a lie has different motivations, as our actions is motivated also by different reasons. It might be that you wanted to achieve something. That is why you tell a lie, maybe to achieve it faster. Or, there's really a lot of reason why do people tell a lie. And of course, as a human being, we are all guilty for at some part of our life. That is why we might want to self-assess ourselves what really motivates us to tell a lie. But the main concept there is that in order for you to avoid any type of pain and to seek more pleasure. So we're going to proceed to the next topic, which is the common kinds of lies. In criminology and other disciplines, we have a lot of classification of lies. So for today's lecture, we're just going to talk about the 5 common kinds of lie as classified by our reference. So we have 5 of them. The first one is white lie. The second one is pathological lie. The third one is red lie. The fourth one is black lie. And the last is the malicious or judicial lie. So what are these different types of lie? So we have the first one, we call it the white lie or benign lie. This type of lies are actually harmless in nature, since they don't pose any threat or hurt anyone seriously because of its nature. These types of lies are being done by a person just to protect someone's dignity, someone's relationship with someone else, or to their loved ones, just to maintain the harmony of the relationship between the person who is telling the lie and the person to whom he is uh, protecting person who is being asked will most likely to tell a fabricated fact just not to jeopardize the harmony of their relationship, just to not destroy their friendship and others. This is the definition of white lie. So they are harmless in nature, but of course we must remember all the time that any type of lie is still a lie, and it is still not acceptable. So regardless of its nature, we must remember that if it's a lie, it is still wrong. Okay? The next classification of lie is we have pathological lie. So with regards to pathological lie, these types of lie are being done by those individuals who suffers from mental disorder or psychological disorder, which makes them incapable to differentiate truth from lie. So they're not basically telling a lie because they don't know the nature of lying and telling the truth. So they cannot identify what is right and wrong. So they believe that what they're saying is the truth, even if it's a falsehood. It's hard to deal with these types of individuals since there is no physical symptoms. There are no observable symptoms that can alarm you that he is telling a lie because everything seems right. Because the person itself who is making this statement, even him believe that what he is telling is the truth. So this is pathological lie. If the person who tells the lie cannot identify what is right from wrong, then definitely we can classify that as pathological lie. Next types of lie is we have red lie. Red lie is basically the types of lies that has hidden propaganda. These types of lies are those lies that the leftist organization, or what we call the Communist Party, are giving or uttering to the public in order to discredit the government. So when we talk about red lie, these types of lies are basically politically motivated. These are the different acts that are fabricated in order to serve someone's propaganda. And mostly the propaganda by the Communist Party. So they might tell some things like the government does not care about you, does not care about everyone, they are corrupt individuals. They are making statements that has no factual basis. And of course, their purpose here is to discredit the government. They are seeking the downfall of the government. Nowadays, especially in our country, as we are having this 51 years of war against the New People's Army, they are continuously destroying the credibility of government, no matter what type of government or whose administration it is. They are still seeking for change. It is very much obvious that their purpose was not to introduce some changes, but rather they wanted the government to be changed into a revolutionary form of government. So be careful with regards to red lies because many individuals, especially students, young students who have critical minds, are being taken advantage by the New People's Army in order to promote their own agenda. So those types of lies that are being fed to these young members of the New People's Army are basically classified as red lies. Okay? So let's proceed to next classification of lie, which is the black lie. So when we talk about black lie, these are the types of lies that has no other intention but to dishonor some person. So basically, they just want to destroy someone's integrity. They are these types of lies that are accompanied by pretensions, hypocrisies, and other malicious allegations that has the purpose of dishonoring some person. So that is black lie. The purpose is to destroy someone's integrity. That will be classified as black lie. So if you're going to attack someone by dishonoring, discrediting, and making false statements, false accusation, just to destroy his personality, then that would be classified as black lie. Okay? And the last classification of lie is we have judicial or malicious lie. Judicial and malicious lies are the types of lies that are done by a certain person in order to mislead the criminal justice of a certain country in delivering justice to whom it may due. Let's say you testified inside the court about a certain crime to which you fabricated an statement, and that statement was used as a basis in rendering justice to whom it may due, then that can be classified as malicious or judicial lie. This is very serious in matter because we don't want individuals to be incarcerated because of false statements, false testimonies, and other types of lies. Okay? As a future police officer, you must be very skillful in identifying these different types of lies because, the justice may be put into jeopardy if we are going to be careless in receiving testimonies, receiving statements, even receiving accusations. Definitely, it will affect the efficiency of the law enforcement agency. So those are the different kinds of lie. We have white lie, pathological lie, red lie, black lie, and malicious or judicial lie. So let's proceed to our next topic, which is the different types of liars. Okay, let's talk about them one by one because there's so many of them. First type of liars is sociopathic liars. So sociopathic liars are those individuals that does not care about their relationship with others, but then they continuously fabricate lie just to advance their own interests. In order to achieve their own goals, they continue to fabricate lies. Okay, so those are the sociopathic liars. They are goal-oriented. They don't care about who will be hurt, who will be affected by their lies, as long as they get their own slice of success. Then definitely they will continue to fabricate lies. Okay, next classification is compulsive liars. Compulsive liars are those who are suffering from behavioral disorders, wherein they don't actually possess any stable motivation why they lie, but they're just being forced to tell a lie as they already developed the habit of lying. So even for small or big things, they will tell a lie no matter what the situation is because it's already part of their habit and it's parts of their compulsion. They don't have any specific motivation in telling a lie. They don't have any goals to achieve. They don't have any purpose in lying, but it's just part of who they are. And it is just part of their habit that makes them tells a lie even for simple matters or matters that are very serious. So those are the compulsive liars. The third classification of liars is what we call occasional liars. Occasional liars pertains to those individuals who seldom tells a lie. So, every individual tells a lie. That's a fact. No one is honest enough to have not tried to tell a lie in a lifetime. So if we are that type of person, then definitely we can be classified as occasional liar, wherein we tell a lies very often, which after analyzing what we had done, then we ask for forgiveness. So usually these types of liars are being respected by their courage to admit what they have done, and they ask for forgiveness very quickly. So it's very easy to deal with these types of lies since you only need to invoke their principles, their religious belief, and they will be admitting what they have done, or admitting what they have done wrong. So that is occasional liar. Okay? Let's proceed to the fourth classification of liars, which is panic liars. So panic liars are those individuals who tells a lies when they are already being cornered. So as a result of panic, they fabricate a lie. So for example, you're driving, then suddenly you were involved into an accident, and maybe you can blame that to, ghosts, white ladies, and so on. Those types of lies are being usually done by those individuals who commit mistakes in road while driving, but when they are being confronted, they blame that to something else or someone else. So we can classify them as panic liars. Fifth classification of liars is the occupational liar. I'm not going to mention a specific occupation that may be classified as liars, but I hope you know someone or something already. What specific occupation prone to occupational liar or lying? So these types of liars are those who will tell you a lie if the price is right. So who are those? So there are many of the profession that tells lies. So like for example in advertisement. So I will leave that on your own imagination. What professions are those that lives in the price is right, then even if it's a lie, we go for it. So those are the occupational liar. The sixth classification of liars are the tournament liars, wherein lying is some sort of a game for them, wherein they wanted to prove that they are better than anyone else, that even if they tell a lie, no one will find out that they're telling a lie. So it's like a tournament for them, especially when they're dealing with the law enforcement, wherein they fabricate some facts and see how the law enforcement agencies can be able to figure out that what they're telling is actually a lie. So they are those tournament liars. The seventh classification of liars are those liars that can be classified as psychopathic. So when we talk about psychopathic liars, basically these are the individuals who are suffering from behavioral as well as mental disorder wherein their conscience did not develop. So when they're telling lies, there's no remorse at all. You cannot see symptoms or signs of lying since their action shows no remorse. So it's very hard to deal with these types of individual because like the pathological liar, they show no symptoms of lying. So even themselves cannot identify or cannot figure out whether what they're telling is actually a lie or not. So that's their nature, psychopathic liars. The eighth classification of liars is what we call the ethnological liars. So these are the types of liars who fabricate some facts in order to protect their own organization or missions. So these are commonly involves the law enforcer, the spies, the soldiers, even criminals have their own way of dealing with this. When they are being captured by their enemy, they are trained not to tell the truth. They are trained to fabricate something in order to mislead their enemy. So those are ethnological liars. It's part of their job to fabricate something in order to mislead their enemies. And the ninth classification of liars is pathological liar. We discussed this already on the types of or kinds of lie, and we correlated this already with regards to psychopathic liar. There's not much difference between pathological liar and psychopathic liar because both of them are afflicted with either mental disorder or behavioral disorder, which makes them incapable of determining whether they are telling the truth or telling a lie. And the 10th classification is black liars. So, as we discussed on the different kinds of lie, that we have there the black lie, and those who utter black lies are classified as black liars. They're also known as great pretenders because they pretend to be someone else or something else than who they really are. So they always pretend to be someone. And the last classification of liars is white liars. Okay? So they are one of the harmless liars because they only tells a lie on very insignificant issues. Their motivation of telling a lie is in order to protect the relationship, the harmony between their loved ones, their family, and relatives. So those are classified as white liars. White liars. Okay? So I do hope you learned something from this lecture. If you have some question regarding to this, comment down below on the comment section and I will try to provide answer to those. That's it for today. See you next meeting.